Hey, hi, it's me, Lady Vivian. We're here at Azure Bay by the frogs and the welcome building. And I just wanted to make a quick video about phantoms because people hate them and I don't understand why. I love them. I use their membranes for repairing my elytra. I use them for slow falling potions. I use them a lot in the statue thing because they make really good wings for little fairies. I like phantom membranes. So we're going to kill phantoms tonight. As you can see, the sun is setting in the west. And so I thought before it gets dark, I would talk a little bit about what I do to get so many phantom membranes. So I started with my armor. So if we look at my armor, you can see that, of course, I have leather feet and gold helmets, so I can go to the nether or the snow without worrying about what I'm wearing. But on my wings, which we have a thing that can mix it with your chest plate. So this is my chest plate plus my wings. You can see that I have my armor at the bottom, but I also have thorns too. And thorns is on my armor. You can always put thorns on like a pair of pants if you want to take it off if you're dealing with zombie villagers or whatever, because it will kill them. But thorns is an incredibly valuable thing to have with phantoms. You can also see that my armor is pretty full. It's all pretty built up, right? And then also my bow is like awesome. It has flame, infinity, power 4, punch 2, unbreaking 2. The next thing to do is to find a place to kill them. We got to do it. I have tons of cats, so we have to do it somewhere where there's no cats because they will just turn around. I think there's a cat right here. Oh, I hear them already. Look at them. They're starting early. I've been doing this for a while. Okay. So here comes the first wave. We'll kill them before we talk about. See how they're staying away from me because the cat's over there. Then when they see that I'm far from the cats, then they'll start their approach here. So this one's ignoring me. There we go. You can start by hearing the whoosh. I'll look at them a sec as soon as I get rid of this dude. I waited too long. We have more mob heads too, so I get their little heads. Now I have a ton of little phantom heads. Come on, dude. I know there's a cat over there. Come on. There we go. So, first thing to know about phantoms, they're afraid of cats. If you want to avoid phantoms, you can put cats everywhere. They will not come down to hit you if you're near a cat. Although, funnily, it doesn't seem to matter if they're near a cat, just a few are. Phantoms spawn directly above the player's head. And phantoms, like all other hostile mobs, have to spawn 26 blocks from the player or more. So the best thing to do is to stand still, because if you run around, they don't know where 26 blocks is. If you keep moving, they can't get you. They can't spawn in. Then also to look straight up, because they are going to spawn straight above me. And the first thing you'll hear when they come in is the whooshing sound. Now, the more nights that you're awake, beyond the 3 nights it takes, so you have to not sleep for 3 nights, then on the 4th night you'll get phantoms. And you can't even set your spawn on a bed. You can't touch a bed because that counts as sleeping to the game. So you have to be good about not doing that if you want them to come. They start with 1 or 2, and then they get bigger and bigger waves of phantoms. So I'll probably have at least 1 wave of 4 during this night, but it usually starts with just a couple. The couple that you saw were the footsteps or what? There's nothing should be able to spawn here. Who's footstepping? Not me. I'm not footstepping. You do want to kind of stand in a spot where you're not vulnerable looking up, because you don't want something else to come kill you while you're trying to kill phantoms. You can see that I have 2 bows. My bows are the same. They just, I'm trying to use up this one here. Here we go. So you can see when they come at you, they'll come down and they'll turn over. See how he turns over? That's when you shoot him. And sometimes you can get 2 at a time, but not often. Shooting straight up often doesn't get you 1. And hitting yourself with the arrow hurts you. The phantoms don't actually do much damage to me, but hitting myself with an arrow does. It's a good way to get Lady Vivian's head. All right, come here, you. He comes down, he turns over, and we just shoot him in the face. part of the reason I can shoot them in so few hits is because my bow is so strong. The longer you can draw the bow, if you draw the bow all the way before you shoot them, the more damage you do. So if you want to collect phantom membranes, you need to get yourself a good bow, some good armor, a good non-spawny place where nothing else is going to kill you. I mean, I suppose a drown could throw a trident at me, but you want to be far away from your cats. And you have to worry, too, a little bit about shooting arrows up into the air, because if you have other pets nearby, you can kill your own pets, so you want to be careful with that. You want to stand still, look up, wait for them to spawn directly before your head, over your head, and then as they come towards you, wait till they turn over to shoot them. I'm going to eat a little carrot here. We can't only have one membrane. Did we only get one membrane so far? No, I usually get 5 or 6 in a night. There must be some hanging around. That's another thing. They'll drop their membranes all over the place, and if you can watch it fall, that's good. But here they come. The whoosh, the turn, the strike. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't get all of them. Almost got all of them. Get out of the way of the arrow. Here he comes. Turn over. Gotcha. Gotcha. When you hit them with an arrow, they will turn around and go the other way if they don't die. So it is a good way of like repelling them. Where are my membranes, folks? They're being mean just because I'm making a video. So rude. They're so rude. Where are you? You do kind of have to sometimes look around for them. The stone isn't really the best place. It'd be better to be on grass. So that the membranes show up better. You want to make sure you get all your little green balls of XP too. This is a great source of mending while you're at it. So if I have a tool that needs mending, like my pick, I might put it in my offhand while I shoot at them. Because there's one in the water, not a membrane, but there's XP, there we go. Of course, XP mends your armor first, and then your tools. You can see my armor is completely mended, and the tool I was holding mended really fast too. Not that they're very worn down, I just mended them. I've been shooting phantoms for several nights now because I was out of membranes. I had nothing to mend my elytra with, and I had nothing to... of course, my elytra have mending, but when you're out in the wilderness mapping, it's better to be able to mend it with the membranes. Here they come. Hi, guys. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Is that guy going to go first? Usually the one you didn't hit is the one who will come back first. The others will try to hit you from behind. Yes, I know I'm low. I'm waiting for it to die. This bow can't be repaired anymore. And I'm waiting to start my new bow. Wow. Wow, you guys, so bad with the membranes today. This particular night, they know that I have a lot of them stacked up. I just put his little head over here. This really doesn't look anything like their little heads. In fact, I think they have 3 eyes, or no, they just have 2 eyes. They just have some. I'm very bad at the standing still thing, but it really is a thing. It's the same when you want to go kill wither skellies at a wither skelly farm. You need to stand still because they can only spawn certain number of blocks from you, and if the game has to keep recalculating how far away they are, it doesn't spawn them in. We do have trouble with trees. So don't stand in an area of trees unless you're trying to avoid phantoms, in which case stand under a tree. There we go. Turn over. Sometimes you can just hit them as they go back up. Alright, I would really like, sir, membranes. That's not helpful up there. That's not helpful up there. You can see that the shovel I'm holding is already mended. My axe could use some mending. as I run out this. And sometimes right now, right before dawn, you'll get one more wave. And these are a little tough ones if we get it, because you have to kill them before they burn up in the sun. So sometimes it's kind of risky. It's better to take a little risk and shoot them before the sun keeps, because the sun comes up really quickly, and then they start burning up really fast. So it looks like we're not going to have that final wave. And because I didn't have the final wave the last night, I think that's why I had the first wave so early the night we just did. Now, we only got 3 membranes that night, but we did, but I've got now, over the course of several nights, about 1.5 stacks of membranes, which is really good. Given that every membrane makes 3 potions, it's easy to use. I mean, they last a long time. And it usually takes, maybe if I've really worn down my elytra while mapping, it takes maybe 4 or 5 membranes to mend my elytra to full. So I always have a stack of membranes in my flight box, and then the rest I keep up in my brewing room, which is up in the castle. So anyway, it's just a quick video about how I fight phantoms. I hope that you can have some fun with phantoms. I get really sad when people say, oh, we had that mob vote and everybody chose phantoms, and they get all mad about them. And I love them. I think they're fantastic. They're a great mob. They make a great noise. They have a good different mechanic from other mobs. They have the flip over thing that tells you when to hit them. And they really don't hurt you when they hit you. You can see that my armor is basically undamaged. I only am missing 1 durability on each of these pieces, which would mend with my next one. So they're not going to kill you. If you've got good armor and a good bow, phantoms are not going to kill you. So anyway, there you go. Lady Vivian's Phantom Menace directions. Bye.